It's just past 2:40 AM in the Big Brother house, and Stephen has done a costume change. He's now wearing a rare-ish retro Brazilian football shirt that obviously will look dreadful on the camera because of its colourful nature. But look, here we are again. This is episode 11 of the Blackford Book Club, and this is episode 2 from my third self-published book, and this is also the first real proper article I ever wrote on Liverpool Football Club. There's one for you fact fans out there. It's 2:45 AM in the morning. Good grief. Right, what was I saying? And I've done a costume change as well. Right, stop it. Yeah, this is the very first, after writing for over 10 years, this article, which is on page 30 of this very lovely hardback edition of my book that I'm incredibly proud of. This was the first time I'd ever actually properly written on Liverpool Football Club. So look, I'm hoping that I can read as well as I've written it. It's written dreadfully, obviously, but it tickles me, and it tickled me to write it. And look, I'm going to try and read it, and I hope you enjoy it. Right, stop it. Was this the ghost of Jose Maria Garcia-Aranda? Liverpool 2, Atletico Madrid 0. Whilst watching tonight's Champions League tie between the mighty Reds of Liverpool and the off-coloured and pale blue of Atletico Madrid, a number of things struck me, and in no particular order. I'll list these for your footballing insights and for your pleasure. Number 3. Liverpool won with a far from full strength team. Number 8. I watched Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's dad play for Portsmouth, and his son is a fantastic player, but is always on the cusp, and he's not really in a first team starting 11. Nor is the self-proclaimed Greek scouser Kostas Tsimikas, but I can't lay claim to having watched his dad play. Number 2. It was as comprehensive a 2-0 victory as you could wish to see if you're on the winning side of the coin. The letter D. In a 3-minute spell at the beginning of the second half, Jota disallowed, Jota again, and Salah all should have scored, but regardless, a 2-0 scoreline flattered Atletico Madrid. Number 1. In fact, Madrid declared, in cricketing parlance, with 35 minutes to go, when they replaced João Felix and the returning Luis Suarez, whose bittersweet return came with a bittersweet disallowed goal, and Diego Simeone took a pragmatic 1980s Italian-era acceptable defeat policy. The letter S. I've long banged the drum of Liverpool playing PlayStation football, and here tonight even their disallowed goal was an elegant PS5 dream move. Even disallowed goals are now footballing art. Number 4. After watching 10 straight weeks of baseball, how in the name of all that is holy am I going to readjust to UK time, whatever that may be? The letter Y. 12 points out of 12, qualified with 2 games to spare, scintillating football, +8 goal difference, quality stuff. Number 9. Roberto Firmino's injury worries me. He came straight off, huge hug from Klopp. Is Phil Bursma training the Reds again? The letter L. Smart passing triangles, chasing and harassing the opposition to concede and retreat. Alexander Arnold's assists, Joel Matip's Alan Hansen-style strolls into midfield, controlled, fast-paced possession football. The letter G. Henderson wasn't his usual self tonight, but Fabinho was. Hendo is the heartbeat of the team, and even at below par, he steered the side to an easy win. The number 7. Sadio Mane could start a fight in an empty house, couldn't he? Not Dennis Wise style, obviously, but he likes a good niggle, does Sadio. Tonight he got clattered repeatedly, got booked, and was involved in the sending off. Which beggars the question, letter P. Did the referee go mad? You know, like Jose Maria Garcia-Aranda did 20 years ago. On the 22nd of February 2001, AS Roma came to Anfield 2-0 down from the first leg of the fourth round of the UEFA Cup. 7 days earlier in Rome, I was one of the lucky 6,000 Reds to be stationed at the away end of the Stadio Olimpico and watched first with disbelieving eyes as the Roma fans fought amongst themselves at half-time, as they couldn't get to us. One Roman warrior was in a Kenny from South Park hooded jacket was reminiscent of Mike Tyson in his pomp. And after half-time, my disbelieving eyes saw Michael Owen score 2 predatory goals for the mighty Reds, dressed for the occasion on this gladiatorial Roman night in yellow and blue. Reds manager Gerard Houllier had shocked everyone and played Owen and Fowler up front, and in an otherwise fairly drab game, Liverpool gladly took the 2 away goals and the clean sheet and whistled a happy tune back to Anfield. I celebrated my birthday in Italian airspace and with the widest of smiles. Then, on the 22nd of February 2001, the Spanish referee Jose Maria Garcia-Aranda took centre stage once more. In a tight game of missed chances for the Reds and the beautifully all-white AS Roma, first Aranda gave a soft penalty on Emil Heskey, but Owen's equally soft penalty was easily saved. With 20 minutes to go, Uruguayan Gianni Guigu scored a majestic curling shot at the cop end to make it 2-1 on aggregate, and within minutes Marcus Babbel handled in the penalty area and Jose Maria Garcia-Aranda pointed directly, without equivocation, and with a straight-armed, definitive, pointed gesture, desperately, directly to the penalty spot. AS Roma, minutes from going out and now on the verge of possibly squaring the tie 2-2, and all results and ways of getting such a result are now firmly on the table. And then the referee pointed for a corner. Beautiful. What a memory. Mayhem ensued as poor old Jose Maria Garcia-Aranda was swamped by white shirts demanding their penalty. It was a penalty. No need for the referee to troop off to the side of the pitch and watch it on a damn television monitor. Or perhaps in retrospect there is. Or there was, but who cares? Aranda was besieged by Roman gladiators in white, and he simply waved his yellow card around like he was directing traffic. 3 or 4 were definitely booked in seconds, and you could probably make a case for it being 5, but no matter, as with 5 minutes to go, he sent off Damiano Tomassi for good measure, and the Reds squeaked through to a date with FC Porto in the quarter-finals. Look, I know tonight's Dutch referee Danny Makkelie isn't the Spaniard, here we go again, Jose Maria Garcia-Aranda, but for a few minutes in tonight's match, when he was brandishing yellow cards for fun, and especially his strop, when he yelled for the Brazilian Felipe to come to him to be given his yellow card, to then produce a red card instead, and with the waft of a dismissive arm and a firm shake of the head as to any inquiries as to the veracity of his decision, that maybe, just maybe, he was possessed by the ghost of 20 years ago, and the ghost of the yellow card waving Jose Maria Garcia-Aranda. It was a European night at Anfield after all. Anything is possible. Thanks for watching. I almost did that, almost, but I'm not going to do it again. And I'm not going to ramble this time. All I'm going to say is there'll be links below. I do really sincerely appreciate you watching this old man talking to himself on a camera in a retro Brazilian shirt at 2:40 something in the morning, and yeah, I appreciate you watching and for listening. Peace, and thanks for watching again.